So this video is going to be about the front end growl that is coming from the diff on these Canam Defenders. Some say it's the Viscolock and changing out the fluid and add modifier won't make a difference. Canam has a fix with a shim pack, but this Defender is out of warranty. It's over a year old. So we're going to go ahead and try to add the modifier into the front diff fluid and see if it makes a difference. All right, so we're at the front of the Defender here, and you can see the fill plug right there and the recommended weight and amount, 75 weight 90 API GL5, 400 milliliters. That there is a 8mm plug, and then the drain plug is underneath, and that's going to be a 5mm plug. All right, we got the fill and the drain plug out. You can see they got little O-rings. There's no crush wash or anything, so they're reusable. All right, so we got a ratio right cup here. We're going to use 2 ounces of the Motorcraft friction modifier, and then 11.5 ounces of the 75 weight 90 GL5 ATV UTV transmission fluid. You can also use the regular severe gear, whichever you prefer. This one's already opened and easy to just pour right in. So we'll mix that up in the ratio right cup, pour it back in the bag, and then pour it into the front diff. All right, so we got 2 ounces of the friction modifier measured out, and then we'll fill it up to 13.5, which is 400 milliliters. All right, so we got our friction modifier and the fluid back in the Easy Pack, and then I just use a little tube, hook it to the end of the nozzle there, and then feed the other end of the tube into the differential there, and we'll pour it all back in. All right, so the friction modifier does have a little bit of a green hue to it, so you can see it going down the tube right into the diff. All right, so we got our plugs back in, fluid back in. We're gonna ride it for a couple miles, get the new fluid all sprayed around up in there, and then we'll see if that vibration noise goes away here in the front end while driving at a low speed. So most of the growling in the front is when I'm engine braking down to 12 to 16 miles an hour from doing about 30 or 35 or 40. If I actually drive up to 16 miles an hour from a stop, there's much less growl in that front diff. Hear it there a little bit, but it's definitely a lot less than it was before adding the friction modifier at these speeds of about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Now we're going to be engine braking down from 25-30, and then you can hear it just a little bit there, but it's much less than it was before. Then we'll come to a stop, and then you don't really hear it. So it has decreased, but not completely gone. All right, so as you can see from that clip, it still seems to be growling at that 16 mile an hour ish speed going down the road. That's just going down a regular dirt road. I got about 20 miles on it since the diff fluid change with the friction modifier. It seems to be doing it maybe less often, so we'll ride around for some more miles and see if that has any effect on making it any better.